I was trying to think of this old perspective that a thick skull like mine could comprehend. You want 30% cleaner air. How about paying 30% higher utility bills? Because that's what this is really coming to, the administration's quest to make for cleaner air by cleaning out your wallet in the process. But the energy secretary himself has admitted that you could be killing the goose here. I want to emphasize, he says, that the increase in oil has been, again, a great boon to America economically, but we are focused on lowering our oil independence and committed to reducing greenhouse gas emissions. The upshot here is this, that for clean air, we think you'll find it worth it to pay a lot more. The former Bush 41 chief of staff and New Hampshire Governor John Sununu. Our Fox Biz All-Stars are back, including Rick Unger. We must have left the door unlocked. Michelle Fields and Tracy Byrnes. Okay, so John, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, well, assuming everyone's on board with paying 30% more at a minimum, can we really afford to do this as we're seeking out energy independence?
Well, look, let's give it its proper context. First of all, politically. Global warming, with 18 years of no warming at all, the last 18 years, was virtually a dead issue, even politically, until John Steyer, a Democratic, very liberal billionaire, comes along and tells Obama and the Democrats he'll give them $100 million of campaign funds if they get back on this horse. So there's a political reason we're on this horse.
Oh, by the way, as you're saying that,
you're absolutely
John,
right. This is $17 billion to $50 billion more in costs, and it's going to cost 250,000 jobs. Virtually all of those jobs, blue-collar jobs that traditionally were a strong part of the base for the Democratic Party. So economically, this doesn't make sense. The ratepayer is going to get stuck with 30% more increase. And environmentally, this is another dumb move by the Obama administration, because even if the horror stories of their failed climate models were true, the impact that whatever they have calculated this is going to produce wouldn't change temperatures by more than 1/100th of a degree. This is insanity. This is dumb. But this is Obama.
But I know you can't hear when you're speaking, so I apologize for that. But I'm going to put you down as a maybe on this idea on the part of the president. But you mentioned a little bit. You mentioned before Tom Steyer and his influence. This is very interesting because you were right to point out this odd pattern. A billionaire environmentalist, Tom Steyer, elated by this news. According to this timeline, he seems like he's getting a lot of bang for that $100 million he's promised Democrats in April. Got the Keystone delay, right? May, we got the White House climate report. June, the EPA crackdown. So he is getting a lot of bang for his buck. What do you make of that?
No, we're getting more bang for his buck than he is, because there's nothing that's going to condemn more Senate races to Democratic doom than this kind of stupidity. I'm waiting for Senator Joe Manchin in West Virginia to say enough is enough. I'm going to turn Republican. This is going to cost miners jobs. The Keystone costs construction jobs. The added cost of this is going to cost regular manufacturing jobs. This is Obama taking an already moribund economy and making it even worse.
Timing is everything, right? Tracy Byrnes expanding this out. Is this the right time? Even if you believe in this, is this the right time to be pushing?
Well, to John's point, you have Connecticut, Wyoming, West Virginia, Indiana, North Dakota, all at risk of losing seats because of this. These are states that use a ton of coal, produce a ton of coal, and you got Democratic seats on the line. And this really could make it go the other way.
Michelle, what do you think?
Well, they need this money. They absolutely do. They're vulnerable right now with Obamacare, with the VA scandal. Democrats need the money. And the people who tend to go out and vote during midterm elections are really the base of the Democratic Party, Republican Party. So we're talking about environmentalists. And they're hoping that this is going to rally them so that they will go out and vote. But Americans in general are not happy about this. If you look at the polls, only 27% of Americans think that climate change should be a priority. So not that many people But in terms of midterm elections, it's smart of them. But I think in the end, it's going to hurt the American people and our economy.
I'm going to give the president the benefit of the doubt that he doesn't care about the political impact of this. I think he's so good. No. Here's why. Because he wouldn't do this if he did.
Yeah, I actually agree with that. You know, in addition.
All right, then I got to change my mind.
Yeah, I mean, this is the one part of this that is perplexing me. In addition to the states that Tracy noted, you've got two of the biggest coal-producing states, Kentucky and Alaska, with very key senatorial races happening. If this is going to get anybody to come out and vote in these states, it's not going to be who the president and I would like to have come out and vote.
Yeah.
So while
Karl Marx isn't running this
is a dumb move.
I can be supportive
of the policy you'd expect
policy.
From this administration.
I don't know why he didn't do it in December or January.
Because he's getting last licks right now. This is all he's got left.
He could have gotten in January.
We are up against the wire with his presidency.
Well, you know, I'm not into the politics of this, if you don't mind, guys. And, Governor, that's why I want to go back to you, because say what you will of the coal industry, it has made great strides cleaning up its act. You know, and that's no play on words. Coal production is a big chunk of our energy reliability and independence. 40% of our utility bills come via coal. So I'm just wondering, if we slap these and try to alienate the coal industry, are we not leaving ourselves more at the mercy of guys who really don't show much mercy for us?
Look, this is just a continuation of slaps against the energy industry in general. The coal industry, the oil industry, natural gas industry. This has been the pattern for this administration all along. But frankly, if you want to talk politics, this is insane politically for Obama. He may think that it is a wise move, but as usual, he hasn't thought past the first step. And this, in the long run, I think, is going to be a devastating issue politically in this November's elections in those Senate races.
All right, and he's thinking to 2030 when all of this kicks in, but we shall see. In the meantime,